Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. You know what it is tomorrow. It is the NFL draft. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are as well. I do apologize for not having that many videos out. I've been doing other things, podcasting with my buddy Lou. Also been traveling a lot. I just came back from Denver a week or two ago. That was a very fun trip. I'll have a podcast episode for that as well. Nice plug, right? But anyways, just been busy with outside ventures, traveling a lot, and plan to travel a lot more during the rest of the year. But this is the big event for the 49ers. The draft is coming up. Free agency, they weren't super duper aggressive. We did get some role players. The biggest guy we got was Leonard Floyd, obviously. But the 49ers, there's always room for improvement. I'd say the biggest need, I think all you guys know, is offensive linemen. A lot of people in the mock drafts are having the 49ers pick somebody, assuming that they stay at the 31st pick to pick an offensive lineman. I mean, that's no brainer at all. I saw the Super Bowl. I thought that was the really weak spot for the team, was not being able to protect Brock Purdy as much as we liked. I think it's solid, but we need a lot more help, especially on the right side. So I'm hoping that the 49ers do address that some way. They keep, I guess, trying, but I think they have to get somebody pretty big with the first round pick. And speaking of that, the first round pick in a very long time since the Trey Lance trade. I'm hoping that we get a hit like a Nick Bosa and Brandon Ayuk and not get a lot of flops like Solomon Thomas and Trey Lance, unfortunately. We're just hoping for great players. And for the most part, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, I could trust their work in the draft room. They do a pretty good job for the most part. The team is the way it is because of them since 2017. So I have full confidence on who they draft. And anyways, I always say this, whether we like it or not, we have to just accept who they pick for draft picks and stuff like that. So 49ers are coming with 10 draft picks in this one. I'm assuming there's going to be lots of trades up and down. Are they going to trade Brandon Ayuk? That's the big question right there. Personally, I don't think so. It might happen. I mean, depends on how much money he's asking for. If he's asking for like the highest paid receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions just got paid. So what the 49ers are going to do about that? That's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next day or two. But if nothing happens within draft day, then I assume that they're going to work out a deal with Brandon because he is a very important part of the team. He has probably the most chemistry with Brock Purdy. I'd say out of all the receivers, he is just fantastic. A nice security blanket for Mr. Purdy himself. That's going to be cool right there. Also, yeah, think about the future. Next year, offseason, Brock Purdy, how much are you going to be paying him? I'm throwing the lines of $50 million. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but quarterbacks, that's how the market is now. A lot of quarterbacks are getting paid the north of $45+ million, so 50 is pretty much the trend setting for quarterbacks in this kind of market today, 2025 offseason. We'll see. Too early to speculate. I'm pretty sure the 49ers would love to pay him right now just to get it over with, but unfortunately with the rules, you cannot pay him until next offseason. If we would have won the Super Bowl, oh yeah. I mean, you got to pay him some way. But anyways, he's been playing good for the 49ers for the past year and a half now. Consistently great. Yeah, as you know, taking over for Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. 2022, 2023, he had his full year to himself and was able to have a fantastic year for all quarterbacks, make it to the Super Bowl. Really, really close to winning the Super Bowl. I'm hoping that this year, 2024, is the year they really exercise their demons and finally win the Super Bowl. Wow. I mean, it's going to be tough. The NFC West is getting better. The AFC is getting better as well. A lot of great teams in the AFC. I mean, I'm always rooting for DeMeco Ryans and Jim Harbaugh, definitely in both Houston and Los Angeles, respectively. I hope they do well, but when they play against us, I hope they lose, definitely. So, yeah, draft day. Offensive lineman, I'd say that's a big need. Cornerback depth, I'd definitely take that any day of the week. I guess you're going to say defensive lineman because you know how the 49ers are. They love drafting defensive linemen. That is just the bread and butter of the team. They're always going to be doing it no matter what. They'll find somebody. And I'm hoping we get a lot of gem picks like Jair Brown last year. He was a great player for us as a rookie. A lot of other guys, Dre Greenlaw. I mean, they're going to find some great players, I believe. And we're going to be like, he's going to make the roster probably. And that's what the 49ers have been able to do, been able to pick out good talent. This will be the first draft without Adam Peters. He is leading his own draft in Washington, so best of luck to him on what he does. I'm pretty sure they're drafting a quarterback with, I believe, the second pick overall. Be interesting to see how he builds that team from the ground up. But yeah, I mean, I'm expecting good things from the 49ers. Always an optimistic person as much as possible. But got to be a realist as well. But since the 49ers have been good for the past many years now, I mean, I could always be optimistic. Remember the old days where you couldn't be optimistic about the 49ers, especially after the post-Jim Harbaugh, pre-Kyle Shanahan era. Oh, man, that was just awful times as a 49er fan. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were on this channel when we had Jim Tomsula and Chip Kelly as our head coaches, respectively. But, yeah, I mean, I'll probably try to have a live stream for the draft. I hope I can do that. Last year I had some problems with the connections with my internet and stuff like that, but I'm hoping this year we can do it. 31st pick, I mean, that's pretty far right there. I do have to work the next day, unfortunately, but I'll try to stay up as much as possible. If you guys are down to have a live stream, watch party, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming we all know that the Bears are going to be drafting Caleb Williams number 1 overall. That is the foregone conclusion. No way about it. And then everything else, a lot of commotion in terms of the quarterbacks. I don't know what kind of quarterback class is this. Is this going to be a great one? Is this going to be bad like 2021 with Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields? I mean, that was just a really, really bad draft class. That was probably one of the worst, I'd say, since the 2013 NFL draft with E.J. Manuel and all the other guys in that draft. So we're hoping that this is going to be a good quarterback class. A lot of them will be taken pretty early on. A lot of teams need quarterbacks. Every team needs a quarterback, honestly. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow on night 1 for the first round. Rounds 2 to 7, always important as well, but the first night always gets the attention grabber. Even casual football fans do watch the draft. It's always a fun time. Nice to see college players get their hard works earned, get to play in the NFL, hopefully play for a while, at least 4 or 5 years. I mean, that's I'd say a pretty good career right there, but the average career is 3 to 4 years in the NFL. So I'm hoping that everybody could be a star, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. We're going to have some busts. I've seen the 49ers, they've had busts in the first round since John Lynch's tenure, and even before him too. It happens, but I'm hoping the 49ers can swing, then miss in this draft, definitely. So yeah, it's exciting. One more night. Let's enjoy it. Please let me know what you guys got for the first round for the 49ers. Are they going to draft an offensive lineman? Are they going to be going somebody on defense? I think they're going to get an O lineman. I mean, that's just a foregone conclusion right there for me. If they get somebody else, I'd be a little bit surprised unless it's somebody that's just a really, really top player on their draft board, regardless of position. And we also have other guys like Frank Gore's son, Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice's son, even T.O.'s son was in some camp program with the 49ers. I mean, that's going to be interesting to see if they draft anybody there. I mean, I'm hoping that they draft them because they really believe that they can make the team better, not just because of their fathers. As much as they were great players for us in the past, you never know. Sometimes nepotism does take over the NFL. Just being a realist here, I mean, that might be very unpopular to say, but I think that, based on everything that we've seen, they could be great players for the 49ers, and we'll see if Kyle Shanahan takes a chance on these guys because Kyle knows offensive football for the most part, minus him choking or anything like that. He can make plans for running backs and receivers, and I think they could be great candidates if he believes that they're going to be great players for the 49ers. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that for day 2. I believe these guys can get the 49er greats and their sons could get drafted in the middle round tomorrow on Friday. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, draft day. That's all I got to say. Draft day. So yeah, good luck to the 49ers. I hope they get great players and get us over the hump. That's the big concern right there for the team. They've been able to get so close twice already, and even the championship games, but yet they haven't been able to close the deal. That's what we're looking for in this draft, is to really end the deal. Got to have a situation like the Broncos in 2015 where, like, oh, man, we lost the Super Bowl to Seattle. We need to load up definitely on defense, and we're going to win the Super Bowl within a year or two, and look what they did. So I'm hoping the 49ers are in that mindset as well, like John Elway during that time in Denver. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know who you guys got in the draft. I'll catch you guys up tomorrow before the draft and also during the draft. I think it's going to be a lot of fun right there. And, yeah, you guys have a good one. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Nice talking with you guys as always, and hope to see you guys on draft day.